Okay, we're back. What we're going to do now is let's add in a student loan calculator. If you remember from an earlier lesson, we took the mortgage calculator, selected it, copied it to cell E2 and pasted it. So let's just do it this time by copying the car payment calculator by selecting from cell E2 through E7 in one sweeping motion. Control C to copy it. Let's click in cell H2 one time, and let's go Control V to paste it. Okay, if you remember from the earlier lesson, the way to expand to be able to read all these cells is by double-clicking on the right-hand side of the column, and we'll do it again to be able to read the numbers. Okay, and now let's select the car payment calculator, and let's rename it by double-clicking up here in the formula bar the word car, and we'll type in student loan payment calculator, and then we'll press enter. Alright, for loan amount, let's put in $80,000, and let's leave 5 years, and we'll leave the 2%, and we'll notice this higher returned payment. So let's come over under the monthly bills, and let's type student loan payment. And if we click in cell C23 and press the equals sign to start inputting a formula, and we'll want to do negative, so we type in the negative right there, and you can see it again up here, and we'll select cell I6, which is right where this payment is, and we press enter. And when we do, we're going to notice that this total monthly bills increases because it's now adding in an additional value. All right, and now you do see your total monthly bills includes the student loan payment. What I'd like to do now is, starting in cell E10, let's come up with a calculator that suggests our affordable mortgage. Basically the amount of home that we can buy for a given salary. So we'll type in affordable home calculator. I want to get the formatting for monthly bills, so I'm going to click on monthly bills, come up to the format painter, click once, come down to cell E10 on top of the affordable home calculator, and I'm going to click again. That's going to change the formatting to monthly bills, just like so. So the affordable home calculator, we would need to know what our expected salary is with our new career. Okay, so we'll type in expected salary, and then up to the right we will put in a dollar amount. Well, this dollar amount would be similar to the formatting of this electric bill payment. So I'm going to click the electric bill, format painter. I'm going to come right here, not on top of expected salary, but to the right of it, right underneath of column F, and a single click. And let's assume that we wanted to make $50,000. Now we press enter, and it should include a dollar symbol just as the formatting of the column to the left. All right, so now we see that. One of the standard ratios in finance is that your salary should be about 24% of it devoted to your mortgage to be able to have money for other expenses with the other 76% of your salary. So the way we can do that is with a formula. We can come up with an estimated payment. All right, so we're going to type the affordable payment there, and we'll click in cell F12. Let's press equals, and then we're going to come up to cell F11 and click once. So that puts in the F11 for us. And now let's multiply that number that's in this cell, as I said, to 0.24 for 24%. The ratios, a lot of guidelines are 24% to 42%, but we're going to use 24% to be a little more conservative. And the problem is if we press enter now, it's 24% of this annual salary, but we're not paid in one annual lump sum. We're paid in periods over weeks, and the bills are due in the month. So let's divide that annual number by 12 again to come up with a monthly affordable payment. The monthly affordable payment in our case is $1,000 per month based on a $50,000 salary. You can click in cell F11 and see that if you got a $70,000 salary, how much more you could afford per month. And that is $1,400 a month right there. So what I'd like to do now is let's figure out how much we can afford for $1,400 a month. You'll notice here we had $600 based off of the loan amount of $100K. So we could afford quite a bit more home than $100,000 on $1,400. And we can even use this formula right here to experiment and see what we could afford. So in cell C3, let's try putting in $200,000 and see what number we get for a payment. Press enter. You'll see $1,200, which is less than the $1,400, so we could afford, given this salary, a $200,000 home. In fact, we could probably go even higher and see how close we could get to this. Let's try $250,000. Enter. And you'll see we can't quite afford $250,000. We'd have to back it off a little bit. So say $225,000. Enter. And it's right in line with what we could afford. So on a $70,000 a year salary, we could afford a home up to $225,000. That completes this lesson.